Hello, I'm Crazy Joe, one of your Simon Kenton Council shooting sports directors, and we're here to talk about shotguns. Here in front of me, I have a Mossberg 12 gauge pump. The first thing you can do with any firearm is make sure that it's empty before we start handling it. So as you can tell, we have a breech flag or thing in there, but we can also verify that there is nothing in the chamber. We can also verify that the safety is on, and now we can start handling the gun. Okay. We talk about parts of the gun. We have the barrel. We have what the forestock is, which is used to load and unload each round. We have a rear stock, the butt of the stock, trigger and trigger guard. And unlike a rifle, a shotgun doesn't really have sights. It has beads on the front and no rear sight. So when you're shooting it, you kind of point it rather than aim it. Okay? So there's our gun. So let's talk before we go any farther about safety. Today we're here on a range, so we've limited access to the range, so we know that we're in a safe area. Okay. Well, there are 10 kind of golden rules to range safety, or any gun safety. And one is that we want to always keep our gun pointed in a safe direction. Again, we're on a range, we verify the gun is unloaded, but we still want to make sure that it's pointed in a safe direction. So to my left, which we'll see when we go to shoot, we have a hillside or a bank that we're going to fire into or over that we know is safe. Okay? We always keep our finger off the trigger until we're ready to shoot it. And we always keep our gun unloaded until we're ready to shoot. I'm going to go ahead and put this back in so that we know we can't load it. Okay. We always want to know our target and what's behind it. Again, we're shooting into a bank, so we know what's there and what's beyond it. We always want to know how to use a gun safely. If you don't know how to use a gun, find somebody to teach you how to use that particular gun. We always want to make sure that a gun is safe to operate. If it's your gun, that becomes your responsibility to make sure that it's in good working condition. If you're on a range where they're supplying the guns, it becomes the range's job to verify that. We always want to use the correct ammunition for the game. If you see in front of me, I have 2 shotgun shells. This is the one for the gun that we're holding. It is a 12 gauge. They come in red, black, green, orange, variety of colors. The one next to it is another common gauge of shotgun, which is a 20 gauge. They come in yellow, and they come in yellow, and they don't come in anything else, so that we don't get them confused. If we use the wrong ammunition in the wrong gun, things bad will happen. So we're going to take this shell and we're going to move it off the side so that we don't have any chance of using it. We only keep the ammo that we want out. We need to protect our eyes and our ears. So we have hearing protection and eye protection. We want to never use alcohol or drugs or any medication that might cause us to be drowsy or has the heavy machinery warning type thing on there. We want to make sure we're in full control of our faculties when we're out of range. The last thing is, when we're done, we want to make sure that we lock up our gun and put it someplace where those who are not supposed to have it can't get access to it. All right? So now that we've talked about our safety, we can talk about I guess we did talk about the parts of the gun, didn't we? So let's talk about, we have a thrower over here to my left. This is what we're going to use to fire our clays into the air, which is the target for the shotgun here at the range. The idea is to shoot these and break them. So now that we've kind of gone over the fundamentals in the beginning here, let's go out to the range and to the firing line and see how we do. Okay, now we're ready to shoot. So we need to talk about shooting position. So we want to stand with our feet about shoulder width apart, back leg fairly straight. We don't want to lift it up, we want it flat on the ground. Front knee bent to move our weight forward. And then we lean into it, okay? And we lean into it so we can drive the force of the recoil down through our body instead of up. Okay, so again, front leg bent, take our weight forward, put the gun into our shooting position with our arm up, back in the pocket of our shoulder here. We acquire the bird, we track the bird, and we squeeze and follow through. So now let's do that. Eyes and ears on. Range is hot. Okay, again, feet shoulder width apart, front knee bent, bring your weight forward, lean into it, pocket it in the pocket of your shoulder, safety off, and pull.